Rachel from HoopPretty.com here for another PIY, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make these fabric flowers. I just made one. Really cool accessory that you can make for like performance or just an everyday way to add a little bit of prettiness. So it's super easy. And really try to use findings around your house, recycle maybe your old clothes, or maybe you've got like a tablecloth or something that's got a stain on it that you don't really use anymore, or placemats, or any sort of fabric around the house that you can use to make this. So let's get started. These are the fabrics that I chose. I just kind of kept them in the same color family. These two are both wovens, so it's kind of cool because with the wovens you can create this frayed technique. So you can see it. It's kind of fraying right now. And then this is like an upholstery fabric, so that will be sort of like my base layer to give it some structure. So I made little square templates because I'm going to be cutting my fabric into squares first. The first square I'm going to start with is 3 inch, and then the second layer is going to be 2.5 inch, and the last layer is going to be 1.5 inch. So I'm just going to use these little squares to trace the square shape onto my fabric so it's easier to cut up. And you're probably now thinking, how are we going to turn these squares into petals? Well, I will show you. I also found some ribbon, so I'm going to be using that in the center of my flower before I put down the button. So I'll just flip it this way, flip it this way and put it down, kind of crease it, and then we find a button. This is my button bin. Look at all those buttons. So I chose my button, this cute little blue one, and now I'm going to sew it on. So here's the finished flower. It's the front and the button stitched to the back. And also, by the way, I cut into this ribbon that I added just to, it just looked too blocky, so I cut little triangles in it to make it more petal-like, if you want to call it that. So you can really attach your flower to whatever your little heart desires. All you need is like some super glue or hot glue, and you could put it on one of these type clippies, stick it in your hair, or one of these alligator clips, and you super glue it on there and clip it into stuff that's not in your hair. Or you could take an old headband that you don't really use anymore and glue it onto there. So it looks something like that. Ah, crap. There. That's my cat. What I also like to do is I have this old string from an old t-shirts that I cut into tiny little strips, and I just knot it about the size that I want it to go around my head, and I use that as a headband. And you can have the little dangling strings or not, or you can cut them off. And if you just use a safety pin, you can just pin it right on the headband, or whatever sort of fabric headband that you like to wear. So hope you like, hope you enjoy, and hope you wear it, and hope you look pretty, etc. Oh, yeah.